Plus, I wasn't feeling too well today.
But if you're not feeling too well, this will fix you. Victor Allen's New Sports brought to you by the bald-headed black man. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the man the ladies call Sexual Chocolate. And Vic. Scream, ladies. Scream. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You notice on my segment, there's screaming and no clapping.
I wish they would scream for me.
So here we go.
I'd rather have screamed than clap.
Here we go. To answer some of you guys' questions, the one question you've been asking me is, how come the hair is growing on my chin? And how's that related to New Sports?
No longer growing on your ass?
So
most of us is growing out our nose.
Well, I'm just letting you know that I think I am a product of what they call some testing and animal enhancements in the dietary food products that we ingest.
No steroids.
And I noticed that hair is coming in other places. So even when I cut it the night before, it grows back the following morning. So I just want to let you guys know that.
All those chicken nuggets.
That's it.
Hormonal chickens.
That's it. But you know what? Let me get to the social media of sports, which we call the New Sports segment, where we talk about the wrappings around sports. And, if Mario didn't know this, it's only a 2-month fling, but Sanchez, Mark, a.k.a. New York Jet quarterback, has split from Eva Longoria. So here's what we're trying to digest right now. Tony Parker, San Antonio Spurs, basketball. New York Jets, football. Where is Eva going next?
NBA, little lady. Y'all did NBA hockey.
Okay.
Gotta go. You know what? You get the impression that she may be a little demanding or something.
Oh, so you're going to blame it on her now?
I'm just saying, have you noticed that the two guys, at least that we've seen publicly, are kind of mellow guys? They're kind of soft-spoken guys. She hasn't got no guys that Eva, cut that shit.
Right.
She's got these guys that are kind of mellow. Now, here she is, and she's one fine honey. I must admit, I love her vibe and her flavor.
Right.
She has a wonderful Latina flavor.
Well, here's the thing that I have to applaud for, because we have to find out.
I like her.
How do we gauge this as let down, upset, something for the ladies, whatever.
Whatever, because too bad, Mark.
Well, now here's my question.
Maybe you can focus on the game.
Well, wait a minute. No, because see, you know what? Yes, PMC, you're right. She is fine. Here's another thing. We're not penalizing her, as most guys would do who are older, going, she goes after younger men. Don't you applaud her for going, I'm not worried about the age thing. I go after what I like. Is that an endorsement for you, Mario?
That is, because why would you want some old penis?
You know what?
I can tell you what that's like.
Okay, you know what, Mario?
Not that good.
Can we keep it so the women don't run out of
I'm just saying, they know.
I apologize. I did not ask him to actually mention body parts on the show.
So if she's dating young men, she must know something.
Okay, and now...
How young?
Okay, now...
Young in their 30s or late 20s.
Wait a minute. Now, PMC said whatever. Let me point it towards another... I call it the guilt complex. What do you believe, Mario, that it's more apt that she said bye-bye or Mark said see ya?
I think she said bye-bye. Don't you think Eva, however way we say it, she is calling the shots.
Well, okay.
She is calling the shots.
Now, let me say this. I think
Norman said, or maybe she is hell. See, Norman's thinking about it. Hey, I'm just saying, Norman.
Wait a minute.
She talks real confident. Everybody else is all slow talking.
I would say this. First of all, women are smart enough to know that younger men's mentality has to do a lot of catching up to a woman who's mature and know what she wants. You can't run games on her. With that being said, she knows what she's going after. So she knows exactly what she's going to get out of it.
She wants to be married.
You think so?
Well, she does. She probably, once she feels like, I dated some of them. Once you make it clear, I am not marrying you. You're not going to change my mind.
Let me elaborate.
No matter how good you.
What Mario's saying. Mario said I dated some of them and then try to reduce it one of them. Is it some or one?
A few of those ones that want to get married, they think they can change your mind. That's what they think. They think, well, he's not married. I can change his mind.
Right.
So they always think they can change your mind.
Okay.
Like they have invented some new move or some new thing that's going to change your mind.
Right.
And, of course, it doesn't change your mind.
Right.
And so they have to keep on rolling. Like I said, I bet you she booked. She said, "Hey, I'm gone.
Okay, yeah,
I'm out.
I'll say this. I'll say this. Mark is going to get the brunt of the one who didn't satisfy her because they're going to tie him with the New York Jets and the woes they're having in winning games. Now, Mark is doing a lot. He's doing better at quarterback than the team itself in its entirety is delivering at the same level that they were a couple of years ago when Mark had that, penchant for winning playoff games, having one of the highest records for it. So I think he's going to absorb what's happening with the Jets. Now, with Eva, she doesn't have to worry about that. It's either I'm fine, I'm hot, that's it. Mark is going to go. If we're winning, he's the man. If he's losing, it's his fault.
Right. Well, and is okay. And
see,
let's make a guess because of course we don't know. Right. Let's just make a guess. How many of you all think that having this type of woman like her during the time you're going through a career crisis is helpful?
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
He's not going through career crisis.
There's only a few women, it's a very small percentage of women that are actually helpful to have during a career crisis. The same thing goes for men.
Are you saying
the same thing goes for men? There's only a few small percentage that are helpful. Do you think when you're going through a career crisis,
who's going through a career crisis?
Mark Sanchez is kind of going through. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
I would say because the talk, you still got people calling for a Tebow. I'm just saying, do you think it's helpful to have Eva Longoria as your woman? Do you think she's supportive?
I'll say this.
I'm just asking.
I'm saying this. I think everybody's going to say, Mark, you came up, or Ava, you came up. It's who went down. And I think they're not going to say, well, you know what, she's an older woman. They're going to say, we think it's something with Mark. I think he's just going to get it by default.
I'm not because I think I look at him. In general, you still have soft-spoken men.
Right.
He and Tony Parker. They're not in your, you could just. She, however, if you've ever seen her, she has that instant confidence. Right. It doesn't come off as negative, but she speaks up like that. Quickly. I don't know. She's got opinions on everything. Well, yeah, and I'm just saying, she gives me deja vu.
But now
I go like, I dated you before.
Right.
A version of you.
Now, Mario, I'm going to help you guys. Mario has been tainted.
I am tainted.
He's tainted. So he doesn't see the other side because he has to go back. Latinos. Remember, you guys, Mario has that situation where he actually was in a romantic, what you would call a moment where he saw the back of his woman and the muscles kind of changed who he is.
It did. I had an old muscular track runner.
Now, PFC,
scared the shit out of me.
PFC, you are leading right into what I call who split from whom, which we already addressed. Who's next for Eva?
Tebow.
And of course,
Tebow date Tebow.
Right. Now, what is the chance that she's saying I used Sanchez to get to Tebow?
Oh, come on. She can't be that devious.
But
first of all, I just raised one thing, and you kind of now you just accused her. That's hugely manipulative.
I said, what are the chances that she's gatewaying to Tebow? Because
it's not because
okay.
Just like Norman would point out, she, like Halle Berry,
right,
is a wonderful, easygoing woman.
Let me say this.
That's Norman in the chat room right now testifying to how easygoing Halle Berry is.
I watched this. Let me say this. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to stay on point here. Let me say this. As it relates to entertainment, women, and as far as who they think the coup de grace is, who's the number one man that they know will get splash media for them if they get him? Tebow is the man, right?
He's one of them.
How
about Mitt Romney? She go get some Mitt. Go get some Mitt. Go get Mitt some.
No.
And by the way, you look good in those jeans, those white jeans.
So let's just say this: do you believe she, in the back of her mind, says Tebow's more for me than Sanchez?
No, I don't believe that. And stop accusing her of that. She doesn't. If she's that bad, then she has fooled me. I just think she is a woman who chooses what she wants. She's very independent. She hasn't shown me bitch qualities now.
Right.
She hasn't
I
really.
never said she did.
Because I still have a thing. So she just seems to be an outspoken woman.
But let me say this.
But you guys, but now between Norman and Vic making scenarios, no matter what, Norman keeps comparing her to Halle Berry.
Right.
No, she's not Halle Berry, Norman.
Right. So let me say this. If we can find a correlation here, I'm saying this. If you everybody runs in the same camp. Look, Kardashian went from Ray J to
now
Kanye.
You put there with Kardashian.
I'm saying that as you move upwards to the top.
Norman said you never know.
The top, there's a percentage. There's likelihood that you could get connected because what's the difference in Kanye and Ray J? They're in the same camp of entertainment, right? All the Miles Austin,
there's a
Reggie
difference
Bush.
in the bank book.
You're right. So I'm just saying.
There's a difference in the bank book.
That's right. And if the bank book is what counts, Tebow makes the bank book for the woman that gets him. That's going to be the key.
They're all relatively in the bank book because they minimum, $500K?
Yeah, they're making money.
So $500,000 minimum or something.
So let me just say this. Is this a whatever moment because they broke up? Is it a letdown?
No, it's a whatever. It's whatever for him and good for us. We can now wait for Eva. She's going to come and date me.
So
come on.
So the whole point.
Come on, take me out.
So the whole point is
I ain't Latin.
You don't feel bad because they broke up.
No, hell no.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Well, you shouldn't feel bad. You know why?
Well, I'm glad.
What's the likelihood that a relationship had anything when it only lasted 2 months?
I had some wonderful 2 month
relationships. I'm going on to the next.
I can't remember their name.
I'm going on to the next. I'll say
I just call them BJ1, BJ2.
I said I'm not saying that. I do not encourage him to say any of those comments on this segment. I'll say this. You're right, Norman. You don't care. I don't feel sorry for people who have multiple opportunities of getting who they want and the pick of the litter in the top percentage of entertainment, sports, and whatever. So I don't feel bad because they always rescue themselves easily. So it's a whatever for me. It's not even a letdown.
Yeah, it's a whatever.
All right.
But you find come on, take me out. Let's go get some tacos.
I got you. All right. All right, let's go over to the next subject. This one is for the ones who, if your parents watched a certain athlete become a Hall of Famer, you actually may feel sorry for this cat because there was a movie that came out maybe 15 years ago plus called Field of Dreams. Mar, you remember that movie?
Yes, I did. With Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Right. There you go. Good man. Now, what happened in that movie was if you can get to the corn, you know that you was in the Field of Dreams, but you had to go through the corn to get to the field. Because there was corn.
Like children of the corn.
Right.
Might be out there in the corn.
That's right.
There's always some shit out in the corn. That's
right.
how I learned from watching TV. Whenever you go to the corn,
right,
there's something out there besides corn.
There's always. That's all I know. Corn is good.
I don't go out in the corn.
Cream corn.
Neither does Norman. We stay out in the corn fields. All right. We stay on the highway.
That's right.
Now Mac might wander out there and get some corn.
But sometimes you're going towards the field. And you didn't know how you got to the corn. Well, we feel sorry for this man named Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer arrested for a DUI in the Field of Dreams, or was it corn? Well, the story is real simple. He was arrested for a DUI last night in Illinois after allegedly, of course, driving his F-150 truck in the middle of a cornfield.
If he's in the cornfield, he ain't on the road.
Wait a minute.
See, if they find you in the cornfield, how you driving?
Wait a minute.
You're in a cornfield.
How did he drive himself to?
Maybe they have to prove that. Okay. He allegedly, for all we know, he drove to the cornfield and started drinking.
Yeah.
He drove over to the cornfield sober.
Let me say
and then
this.
He began to drink and eat some chicken.
Let me say this. The police actually received a call that somebody had parked their truck in a cornfield, and not just in a lane. You know how your truck is in the middle of the corn. So somebody calls.
I said, I'm a black man. We don't go out in the cornfield.
So here's the part.
We don't do that.
And I
not
think
even PMC.
There's a secondary report that he may have been, somebody had tried to, I'm not sure, awaken him unsuccessfully.
They probably tried to corn cob him.
So when the police came, of course they finally awakened him and then found an empty vodka bottle. How disappointed, if at all, with this Hall of Famer as it relates to his history of him actually finding himself in the middle of a cornfield, man? I mean, you have to think about it. Is this a letdown?
I'm disappointed because why can't y'all drink at home? Why can't you just stay home and drink? You know, that's you got the money, buy you a cornfield, park a truck and shit in the middle of the cornfield.
Right.
And go out there and drink all the time. Why you gotta be out? You know, why can't you just be home? You know, I don't understand.
Right, so here's the question.
Just stay your ass home.
Here's the question. What you're saying is control your drinking, DUI.
Stay off the streets.
But DUI doesn't reside itself to people being at home. Because
you have to, right, if you stayed at home, you wouldn't get a DUI. That's my point.
Right.
Stay your ass at home and don't get a DUI.
But obviously people feel they're within their mindset to be able to control the direction where they go, right?
They get drunk and then they want to drive and have sex.
And if you don't
they mix them up.
You don't know how popular this man is as a relationship. This is a catcher who's
dwindling.
Hall of Fame. This is as big for those, especially old school. You may think we're making fun of it, but what we're saying is, look, you got yourself here. We don't know. Hopefully we won't hear anything like this, another story like this. Right. Any Hall of Famer who has been raised around kids or kids being raised around him knowing what he's done, this is not a good thing. So it is a terrible letdown to see that he went through it. You know what?
Give up that booze. Smoke some weed. Stay your ass home.
So I don't have to ask you guys. This is a letdown. I don't want to hear anybody saying whatever. Don't say whatever. Okay. Just have you ever had friends that all of a sudden you said you seen them unconscious? They were your friends. Did you not feel bad that they were in that state? It's not a good state, man.
But did you look out for them?
Yeah, you do.
Not like some of my buddies.
You do. You look out for them.
Found our other friend unnamed drunk in the chair at the party. Started bouncing fruit on his head. And sticking cigarettes in his nose.
It's not good.
See, you're taking pictures of him.
Right. It's not good.
That's not cool.
No, we may sit up here and say, hey, we'll have our parody moments to do this. But, you know, the messengers are there, and they're looking for stories like this.
That's true.
We're all part of stories. It's just when they're sensationalized. So it is a letdown for me.
They could have found him with some corn sticking out his butt.
Like I said, if he comes out and says, I was looking for the Field of Dreams, I'll be happy. You know, I'll just be happy.
I found the corn.
All right, you guys. All right, you guys are going to do what we call the segment of Pick'em. Tonight is really, really simple. San Francisco goes against the Detroit Tigers, and they're looking at who's favored. Some are swinging towards San Francisco because of the bullpen. They got a great bullpen. And when you think of Detroit Tigers, you think of Verlander.
Cows and bulls.
You know, obviously Mario's not going to partake in this segment because he's not going to want to talk about baseball. He has no reference to anything that he appreciates.
Baseball. I'm about to go play some baseball today.
No, you're not.
As soon as I get out of here, I'm dress up.
No,
I'm going to hit some balls.
It's not going to happen. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to pick who's going to win the series and how many games?
San Francisco.
How many?
4.
You're saying sweep?
Yeah.
Oh, no, hell no.
Why not?
No, man. No.
Have you been to San Francisco lately?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen what people are wearing up there?
I've been to Oakland.
That's not the same.
Yeah, I know.
It's not about San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right.
Wearing clothes.
Because they're going to be voguing.
Yeah. You know what?
And they're going to kick. And Detroit, let's face it.
I'm telling you.
It's a depressed economy. Depressed folks.
I bet you any money.
And, you know, this is their last leg in Detroit.
I bet you any money. The major
There'll be no one there to cheer.
I'm going to look for I'm going to look for who I think the U.S. as a whole is rooting for, and I think they're rooting for the Detroit Tigers, man.
That's because Detroit is depressed. They know San Francisco is one big party. Right now, they try to pick out clothes.
Right, and here's the other.
That's
thing.
Right.
You actually can connect maybe more with the players. First of all, I like Prince Fielder. Okay, Cabrera. I like them all, man. But if you had to sit there and think about San Francisco, you think about pitching, Lincecum and Vito and all.
I think about those Dungeness crabs they get at the pier.
All right, I'm picking San Francisco in 6.
They don't have any really. The food in Detroit and the food in San Francisco don't compare.
Right.
I mean, we at least admit that. The food in Detroit and the food
don't compare. I understand.
They don't compare.
But I'm picking 6. Now, I think I'd rather see the offensive show from Detroit because they got the home run hitters. I want to see the home runs. But I think the pitching just comes in.
So who are you picking?
I actually picked San Francisco because they're pitching in bullpen.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I want to see home runs, because they got better bullpen. Yeah, better bull. I'm getting out of here. My sports is over because he's going to take it to another level.
I'm just trying to understand who's going to win. Better bull. We got better bull.
I'm cutting him off.
That's what I was saying.
I'm cutting him off.
Getting some bull chips.
I'm cutting him off. I'm done. I'm taking it out.
Mr. Alice, do the sports where you get some some World Series bull. He's going with San Francisco. Norman's going with Detroit.
Yeah.
It's just a regional thing.